Jeff, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mason.
Glad to see you got my message today.
Yeah.
It's not a very nice day outside, so, you know, there's a lot that we can talk about in here that's going to actually help us a lot more on the golf course than maybe going and hitting balls today anyways.
Definitely.
Talking a little bit today about how you see the game of golf.
Okay.
Do you see the shot really clearly? You know, we've been working for a little while, but are you able to start seeing the shot that you want to hit really clearly?
You know, I know on the Golf Channel and all these really great golfers in the world, they all visualize and see the shot shape, and they see the ball landing on the green. And you know, I try to recreate this image in my head, but sometimes I struggle actually seeing the shot. You know, I kind of know the shape I want to hit. I kind of can see the line, but I can't really see the ball take off, if you kind of follow.
No, absolutely. Everyone sees golf a little bit differently. They may talk about seeing the ball flight because it's easier for other people to understand, but they may see, I'm going to hit a draw, and I'm going to start it at this point, and then it's going to go to this point. I may not see everything that's associated with it, but you can pick points. So maybe that's something that we can try a little bit more.
By picking points, what do you mean exactly?
So,
like to work the ball, like if I'm going to hit a fade, I'd start it left and then have my ending tree. Is that what you're...
Yeah, something just like that. You kind of pick points and go from there. You know, some people don't see the ball flight all the way through. When you putt, how do you visualize break? What points or what lines do you see that help you visualize break?
I see putting as an arc. I don't ever see myself putting, like if it's a 3-foot break, I don't see myself putting to a spot 3 feet left of the hole. I kind of see the arc, and I kind of try to like put it along that arc, or I just try to start it out in the right line with the right speed to have the best chance of staying on that line.
Okay. So now that you see that, you know, we can take putting and kind of relate it back to the full swing a little bit too. When you see that, you kind of have a feel, you said feel, for the arc, and, you know, a feel for the speed to put it on that line. We can think of a full shot the same way. We're still hitting something at a certain speed and on a certain arc. So we can kind of relate it back to that, and maybe that'll help you with your visualization, because I know you're a really good putter. You know, we haven't had to work much on putting since we've been having these lessons. So if we can take what we do well in putting and move it to the full swing, you know, with the visualization of the things that you do mentally there, we can start to link maybe the two together and then create a better imagery for us on the full swing. So, I mean, we can do points, but you said when you putt, you don't do points. And, you know, that's a lot of the way your brain works. So maybe if we can incorporate the same ideas that we do in putting, we're going to be able to go out and see the golf ball moving that way on the golf course.
That sounds great. I think it would be pretty beneficial, you know, having the same mindset wherever I am on the golf course.
Yeah. All we're trying to do is get the ball in its few strokes, right?
Definitely.
Where do you make the most of your mistakes? If you had to say, this is where I make most of my mistakes, where would it be?
For me, I think it all starts with the tee shot and putting the ball in play. You know, sometimes I don't have the biggest distance, so I try to swing, you know, outside of myself. And sometimes it gets me in trouble, whether it be, you know, par 5 or par 4, but just starting the hole and setting myself up for success.
Do you know, you say you don't have, you know, the biggest distance in the world, but I mean, you still don't always need to hit driver, too.
It's true.
When we've gone out and played, you know, the first club you pull out on almost every hole is a driver. And a lot of times we can get by with hitting a 3-wood or a hybrid off the tee, and we can just go ahead and plod along. And that way we can still, because the one thing I don't like to see my students do is to swing tentatively, especially when we maybe have a tight hole.
Okay.
sometimes on the long holes, like a par 5, it's questionable if we can reach. I don't mind seeing the student try and kind of belt one out there, because even if they hit it in trouble, you can still make a smart decision on the second shot, lay up to 150 yards, and then go ahead and hit a 9 or an 8 iron on the green. Easy enough as it is, but when we're on the holes that sometimes give us trouble, we can always club down and then make an aggressive swing with a conservative shot.
Right.
So maybe we'll start integrating that more into our game.
Definitely. Sounds great.
Perfect. All right. So moving on to the next topic, we're going to go on and we're going to stop the video.